What's up, everyone, and welcome to Car Trackers. You guys got through the hardest part, which was the interviews. Psych. This is the hardest part. Guys, I'm going to be doing your orientation training today. First off, I just want to say welcome with the smiley face. First things first, this one's going to be very quick, and the reason I say quick is because we're talking about attendance, and I need you guys to be quick. So, some key pointers. You guys will actually be going through this worksheet with me, okay? I'm going to show you. Boom, okay? First things first is attendance, okay? We are huge on attendance here. Here's why. In the automobile industry, especially the way we work deals, we can miss a deal within 30 seconds, within 5 minutes, within 2 minutes. Cameraman, if I'm wrong, give me a shake. If I'm right, give me a nod. Yeah, okay? So attendance is huge. If you start at 10 o'clock, best you be here at 9:58. You won't be in trouble if you're here at 10 o'clock, but 10 o'clock is like the latest, okay? There's a saying, and the saying goes, if you are early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, it's unheard of, okay? So things happen though. If you guys need to call out for a shift, minimum, you need to contact a supervisor. That's gonna be a Kia. If it's not a Kia, it's gonna be someone else. You need to contact someone a minimum 2 hours prior to your shift, okay? Now, with attendance, we need you guys to be here on time, especially when there's deals that you have to go to if you're an appraiser or if you're on the phone, calling leads as fast as possible, as well as heading out to appointments as fast as possible. That's huge. So attendance is not just coming to your shift on time, but during your shift, being on time and being fast, okay guys? So that's attendance. All right guys, now on to rest periods. We're gonna be going over 10-minute breaks and your 1-hour lunches. For non-exempt employees, which is most likely you, everyone is entitled to a 1-hour lunch break, and every 4 hours you're able to take a 10-minute break. We're in a high-paced, high-stress environment, so taking these breaks, I highly recommend it, okay? So if you work less than 6 hours, or if you work less than 5 hours, you're entitled to a 30-minute lunch break. Just ask your supervisor for approval, and it should be okay. But make sure that you guys are taking your 1-hour lunch break and your 10 minutes, okay? So 10 minutes every 4 hours, and that's good. You can walk outside, get a refresher, get a snack real quick, come back, recharge, refuel, okay? And then also make sure we're taking our 1-hour lunch break, okay? You don't have to eat if you want to take a nap, if you want to snooze, whatever you want to do. My suggestion, bring a packed lunch. If you like going out, find a place that's close to the office where you can eat in comfort and come back and be ready to work. Guys, so in the event that you missed your lunch break for some odd reason, you're gonna actually need a meal waiver form filled out, okay? To find those forms, ask your supervisor, they will direct you to it if you guys forget to take your lunch break, okay? Hopefully you guys never forget, but if you guys do forget, there's a waiver form that you have to sign and say, hey, you know, I voluntarily did this. It's a meal waiver form, okay? And now to the fun part, pay period. Guys, we get paid bi-weekly, which means you get paid twice a month. So 2 weeks you get paid, 2 weeks you get paid. The way our pay period works, it's from Monday to Sunday. So it starts on Monday and it ends Sunday. Timesheets are due Monday at 5 p.m., okay? Now there's two situations here. If you fill out your timesheet manually, that's number one. And number two, if you're on the BioClock system, where the BioClock system is through an application called UAttend, where you can have an app on your phone and you can even visit them online and you'll have your own login, okay? So with that, Monday 5 p.m., make sure you go through your corrections, make sure the hours are right, make sure the times are right. If there's something wrong, make sure you adjust that, but make sure that your timesheet is always in before Monday at 5 p.m. Okay guys, how do I get paid? For those that are enrolled in direct deposit, funds will hit your account Tuesday night, midnight, okay? So basically you'll see it in your account Wednesday morning. Unless you're awake Tuesday midnight, then you'll see it. If you guys are getting paid on paper company checks, you actually will get and be able to pick up those checks on Wednesday, okay? So direct deposit Tuesday midnight, it'll hit your account. If you guys are getting paper checks, Wednesday midnight. If there's anything that seems unclear, make sure you circle it. And when you're done with this orientation training, make sure you ask your supervisor or the person who's training you, what does this mean, okay? Sorry, I got a cough there. Guys, guess what we're talking about now? Sick leave, all right? Sad face. Paid time off for sick leave. Guys, I'm gonna talk about the eligibility, how it works, how it gets capped, and reasons, okay? So the eligibility for it, you need to have worked at least 30 working days, okay? So at least 30 working days, if you guys wanna write that down, 30 working days. And you guys could start using your sick leave after 90 days of working for an employer. So since you are working for Car Trackers, after the 90th day of you working here, you guys will be able to use your sick pay, okay? So how does sick pay work, okay? So you guys will get 1 hour of sick pay for every 30 hours worked, okay? So let's say you worked 60 hours. How many hours of sick pay is that? I keep saying sick pay. How many hours of sick pay is that? That's 2 hours, okay? I'm gonna give you a harder one. What about 4 times 30? 120 hours. How many hours of sick pay is that? 4 hours, okay? So this is how it works all together. So now we know the breakdown of it, but it gets capped at 48 hours. So you can actually have it carry along every year, just like rollover minutes. Like if you don't use it, you don't lose it. But it caps at 48 hours. So it's basically around six days, okay? So what are some reasons for a sick leave or having to leave because you're sick? In any case, if you actually are sick, if something has happened in your family, and family is relative to blood relatives, domestic partner, domestic partner? Can you put domestic partner? Yeah, domestic partner. So it's included in your own health and your family's health. So if your family is going through a tough time, if you've lost a loved one, if you have been in domestic violence, whatever it is related to your family or yourself that involves your health, it counts, okay? So those are reasons for sick pay. The breakdown: for every 30 hours worked, 1 hour. Eligibility: once you've worked here for 90 days, you have to at least have 30 working days under your belt though, okay? 48 hours max for the year. It rolls over, but that's where it gets capped. Always use it, I think. It's always best to use it. All right, guys, now we talked about paid time off for sick. What about paid time off for vacay? We got here, this is actually a hybrid flower and sun that is smiling at you because you're out in the beach. Every year, you're able to accrue up to 24 hours of vacation pay, okay? So it's paid time off. Basically, we pay you to go take a vacation. 24 hours. There is one caveat. You have to be a full-time employee, which means you are working 35 hours plus a week. And now comes to holiday pay. This is how we pay for holiday. We don't offer holiday pay. Sorry, guys. Man, so you say you need to take some time off, whether it's vacation, whether it's just for whatever. If you guys have a time off, make sure you fill out a time off request form. Where are those forms though? Ask your supervisor, they will show you where they're at and they'll actually show you how to fill them out. We need to have them 2 weeks prior, okay? And there's a lot of people work here, so we base it off the order in which we receive it. So if 2 people apply for the same days off, usually the person who applied for it first gets those days off, okay? If you already know what your days are gonna be like every year, for instance, I know what my days that I'm gonna be off of every year. So I actually request it earlier so no one can beat me to it. But 2 weeks prior is the minimum, and that gives us time to actually look at our day-to-day operations, see who we need where, anything that affects day-to-day businesses, that all goes into the decision to see if you get the time off or not. It's a time off request. It doesn't mean you automatically get it, but you usually do. Hey, who do you got for president 2020? I don't want to know. Time off to vote. So we actually do up to 2 paid hours at the beginning or end of your shift. Whichever gives the employee the most time to go out, make a good, correct vote. So 2 hours to vote. Give us at least 2 days in advance to know that you're actually going to go out to vote, okay? Don't just go vote and be like, oh, dude, I'm at the voting booth. It's like, dude, let us know, please. We're now going to be talking about dress code guidelines. Our company, it's business casual, meaning it's still professional, but it's casual at the same time. When you guys are first starting off, you guys might not have a cool shirt yet. There's still some approved gear that you can wear. If you guys have a polo or a collared shirt, any solid colored polos or collared shirts, jeans or khakis, that'd be just fine. But once you guys are working here, CarTrackers will be providing you shirts. You'll actually get long sleeves, short sleeves, collared shirts, button-up shirts, and then you might get like cool gear for like bonuses. Especially, we're in the business for helping people, so we actually go out to customers. You need to be on your A game. You need to make sure you take a you don't have to take a shower, but make sure you're presentable. Make sure your teeth are brushed. Make sure your breath smells good. Like little things like that. Make sure you're presentable when you go out, because you're not just representing yourself, you're representing a company, okay? So always be your best when you go out. For a female, make sure if you're wearing a skirt, make sure it is knee length or longer, okay? Knee length or longer for skirts. But pants can be denim, slacks, khaki, or trousers. I want you to, can you show them what I'm wearing right now? These are khakis, but I actually just hemmed the bottom of them right here, okay? These are not joggers. So joggers, for instance, you wouldn't be able to wear joggers that look like this because joggers are jogging material. Like it's like sweatpants, right? No sweatpants. All right, guys, approved colors, we have black, white, ivory, blue, tan, beige, khaki, or gray, okay? It's basically neutral colors, okay? What about some stuff you cannot wear? You cannot wear this, okay? I'm gonna go through them. Printed shirts, tops, tees are not allowed. Sleeveless shirts are not allowed. Skirts, sweats, legging, mini skirts, we don't want that. Don't wear them. Maybe ripped clothing, I know that's kind of cool. Ripped, baggy, falling off your butt, nah. Hats, unless provided hats from CarTrackers, you cannot be wearing hats. Open toe shoes, check these shoes out real quick. Can you see that? See my toes? You can't. Closed toe shoes. Now, in the event that you forget to wear your gear for the day, or you need an exception, I don't know what would happen for you to not have your clothes ready. Maybe your washer broke for the whole city or something, you couldn't wash your clothes. In the event that you don't have your actual gear, make sure you confirm with the supervisor it's okay to wear what you're going to wear to work. If not, if you show up to work without your things, you may be subject to go home for the day or go back home, fix your clothes, and come back. All right, guys, my final thought for you, have fun. You guys are actually gonna start with training. There's gonna be some training videos. The supervisor will be with you, be doing some quizzes. Have fun. If you have any questions, please write them down. If there's anything that concerns you, if something didn't make sense to you, feel free to ask, all right? Especially in the beginning, it's very, very important to ask, okay? The reason I say in the beginning is because after you've worked here for 30, 60, 90 days, you should know a lot of things. There's not too many surprises that will come along, but there will be a surprise if you don't ask in the beginning, okay? So we're open to all questions. Make sure you do your due diligence on the trainings. If something doesn't make sense, stop it, rewind it, pause it, whatever you do, take notes. And most of all, have fun. This is a team environment. We do a lot of team goals. You're part of something that's gonna be bigger than just you, okay? So you're gonna be dealing with customers. You're gonna learn a lot of skills that will be able to help you here, as well as if you move to another opportunity, we wanna make sure you guys are well equipped, skilled, and can get the job done. So guys, thanks so much for being a part of the team. We're so happy to have you, and good luck in training. See you soon.